This is my review on Season 4 and Season 5 of Seer Show Arrow. I give Season 5 and Season 4 of Arrow a 8 out of 10. Because I feel like after the third season was over, I really felt like the third season was the conclusion to all of the story. But then I realized there's more episodes on Netflix that I had to watch, and I thought season 3 was going to be it after season 3. I didn't know there was going to be more episodes after season 3 where I was binging watching the show. Yeah, so I give these two seasons a 8 out of 10, season 4 and season 5. Well, I will say I will appreciate season 4 and 5 and try to incorporate more of the Silver Age stuff of the Green Arrow character, where I think he originated from the Silver Age Green Arrow. Am I wrong? Or I mean, I will say it was nice to them include some of the more lighthearted elements, the silly aspects of the character into the show in the later seasons for when we get to season 4 and season 5. And it's great that he finally takes on the name Green Arrow instead of calling himself the Man in the Hood or the Arrow, which what the show was calling him in the first 3 seasons, remember? They never called him the Green Arrow because they thought that would be stupid of a name to call him that. Remember, the show kind of in season 1 took a jab at the name the Green Arrow? And Green Arrow said that name sounds stupid and he doesn't like it. But then what does he take by the end of season 4 of the first episode for his new name? The Green Arrow. So I guess he changed it, or maybe he really did like that and just didn't want to say that he liked it. I don't know. Also, this, if you also, didn't appreciate, you have to watch The Flash if you want to understand what's going on and why so much has changed within the world of Oliver's world, around the world of Oliver. Like, Diggle now no longer has a son, but now has a daughter in season 4, because in the past 3 seasons he had a son. I believe when we first introduced him, when he first became a family man in the first 3 seasons, it was a son he had. But in the season 4 and season 5, it is a daughter he has, not longer a son. Never had one. Now the reason why that happens because you have to watch The Flash to understand that Barry's been mentally with time again. And these are outcomes of Barry's actions that he made of messing with time and never learning to stop rewinding the past just to try to just for his own selfish desires. And he's did it so many times, and eventually it those changes to the timeline carry over to the events in Arrow that we see in the season 4 and season 5, where it takes place in a different reality. But you have to see The Flash to really see the first 3 seasons of The Flash, at least, to really follow along. I feel like for newcomers who didn't binge the Flash 3 seasons of the first 3 seasons of the Flash show like I did. might be a little confused of what's going on, and think that the show's not is forgetting its own continuity and forgetting its own narrative in the world building when it's really not. It just knows it too well. But you have to see the Flash to be the MacGuffin to explain the whole time travel shit and changes as MacGuffin is what the Flash has become is what the Flash is for. So I feel like I feel like that because of that, it's like season 5 and 4 is like so connected. It is so connected to the rest of the CW universe. It doesn't really stand well as all of a story about Green Arrow as his own. Although the crossover episodes were really nice as ever. Those are 10 out of 10, those crossover episodes alone. When they do the crossover with any of the CW characters, that's nice to see. Always been done well, so. And that's why I give season 4 and season 5 of Arrow an 8 out of 10. And I like how season 5 ended on a cliffhanger and a sad note. Like, most of all of his family members and his friends are probably dead, except for his kid. That's where it ended on season 5, but I'm guessing that's not fully true because there's like 8 seasons of this show. I think I haven't seen all the seasons. The later seasons I haven't seen after season 5. I just haven't watched. I haven't gone around since season 5, so I'm a bit behind. I watched season 5, the rest of season 5, but not after that. And that's why I give season 5 and season 4 of Arrow a 8 out of 10. Now I'm going to review the first 3 seasons of Arrow. I give all 3 seasons an 8 out of 10 because I really like how the first 3 seasons of Arrow really does, well, it feels like its own corner of the of CW universe, the first 3 seasons. And also, the first 3 seasons felt like they had more of a much more mature tone and content in the stories that they told for the first 3 seasons versus the last 2 seasons that I mentioned. For the first 3 versus the last 2 in this video that I mentioned. And while I normally don't like heroes committing murder, normally heroes committing murder. Oliver in season 1 is a straight up murderer. A serial killer. And because the show acknowledged that he's a murderer and using it as a story device, and clearly they're not just using it as for shock value like they normally do for Batman in every live adaptation, and don't even mention the fact, hey, dude, you murdered somebody, or nobody ever acknowledges it, or it's like it's like, you know, they're not. I mean, it's like hard to tell how much are they aware that I forget what I was saying. Anyway, the point is, Arrow season 1 is one of these heroes that I actually don't. Green Arrow in season 1 is one of the heroes I wouldn't think that I would actually could get behind being a murderer, killer. That's a hero. That's a least soul hero, and permanently puts people down. even those who don't deserve it, so he can keep his secret identity in season 1. I also really like I really like the actor that plays Oliver. In season 1, Oliver's pretty much a straight up sociopath. Comes across. You can come across a bit of a bit like a cold-hearted and emotionless in season 1. And that would change throughout the 5 runs of the show, of the 5 season runs of the show. That his personality would change over the 5 season runs of the show as he would open up and more of his emotions, and become more, and sometimes joke in later seasons. And in season 2, he stops killing because he wants to be a better hero and find a better way to get the job done without taking a life. Because the way season 1 ended, it made him regret on being the whole vigilante thing, because a lot of people, including his best friend, died because he couldn't save people as the hero, as the murder vigilante called the Man in the Hood, is what they call him in season 1. Then they call him the Arrow in the last 2 seasons after this one. Then they call him the Green Arrow in season 4 and in season 5. And then he finally gets the name that sticks. Now, what bothered me about season 3 and season 4 is the way season 4 kind of, it kind of turns Oliver's girlfriend into a total bitch. His girlfriend Felicity is kind of a bitch in season 4 and season 5. And leaves Oliver because he's boring. And too of a perfect, happy guy be around when he's not being the Green Arrow. I don't get it. So that's why he goes back into vigilante days to get because that's how his girlfriend, I guess, convinces him. I guess this has something to do with him going back and playing upon going back into crime fighting in season 4 after he retired and had his happy ending supposedly in season 3, as he drives off in the distance and drives off in the distance in the sun with his girl. And supposedly leaves the vigilante days behind and says that he's actually happy. But now that would be a smart thing to leave it there in season 3 and not continue the story. That would be stupid if they continued the story after season 3, which they did, making all of the goodwill. The good writing and goodwill that went to season 3, the first 3 seasons, also, besides the season 3, but the first 3 seasons, everything, the writing goes downhill once you get to season 4 and 5. Everything goes downhill, quality goes downhill. Because it's trying so hard to not be its own corner of a show of its own thing. It forgets when it gets to season 5 and 4, I feel like it's less focused on trying to be its own thing and more trying to be connected to this bigger universe. within the world of CW, of DC Comics. And I don't know, I just wish, I wish that these stories could have been better in the last 2 seasons, for season 5 and 4 of Arrow. So yeah, the first 3 seasons are solid. First 3 seasons are solid. I give a 10 out of 10. The first 3 seasons of Arrow. And the last 2, season 5 and season 4 of Arrow, I give it 8 out of 10. And that's my review on the first 5 seasons of Arrow. All 5 seasons I reviewed in this video of the first 5. And there's like 8 seasons or 9 seasons of Arrow, I think. I haven't seen the last episodes, but I'm going to see the rest because I really like this show a lot. I just have its problems, but I still like the show. Even the last 2 seasons I liked a lot. That's why I got the complete series from my dad on Blu-ray. Thanks to my daddy getting me that for Christmas. Or was it one of my past birthdays? I can't remember right now. Yeah, so if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to get subscribed, hit subscribe, then hit the bell in that order. Okay, goodbye. And subscribe if you like this content.